Hey YouTube, this is Sean. I want to do a review on the sheet metal brake that I built. It took me about 4 hours to build after I figured everything out. Maybe this video will help you cut down the time. So it's a 36-inch piece of angle iron. There's 3 pieces in total. The clamp part is actually 30 inches. I've got 3-inch hinges that I built, 9/16 pipe, 3 pieces of it. And a 1/2-inch bolt. I welded these little tabs on here to the clamp. Didn't know this at the time, but by welding on the top, it bends the steel up, and assuming your weld is hot, and it actually allows for more clamping force because this lays down flat. This is bent up a little bit, so when you clamp down with your bolt or your stud and your nut, you get an even tighter clamp. So that's a benefit, something you might want to plan for. I've welded, the hinge, so the design here, you've got 1 piece of angle iron there, you got another piece of angle iron going this way, that's your hinge, and then this is your clamp. I'll show you in this setup, so I've made these tabs at their exact center so that I can flip this in both directions. Most people use the angle iron facing down so you can bend past 90. I did it this way, so with this I can bend past 90, and if I flip it around I'll get an almost perfect 90 bend. I found that that's going to be the most beneficial way that I can set up this bender for myself. Now, the other thing I have in here, underneath here, is just another little piece of this tube, and I've got the handle in here. That way when I store it, I can just store it standing up. I pull this out. I've got 3 options. I can do left, right. I can use 2 handles, or underneath the center here I have just a single handle. That seems to be sufficient for most of the bends. I haven't tried anything this thick. I'm not sure the gauge of the steel. It's probably, I'm going to guess maybe 10 gauge. I'm not even sure, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. It's pretty effortless actually. Surprised I've been past 90. I didn't really pay too close attention. Just wanted to see how it would go. So I'm going to undo these, and I'll show you the setup just in the other direction as well. Take this all the way off. You obviously wouldn't have to take it off all the way if you were just taking the piece of metal out. Some people use the springs in between there too. I didn't bother. Maybe I will after. I'll start with this. Anyways, here's my piece. The bend's not bad. It's pretty thick steel, and that's not a very tight bend, but depending on what I'm doing, you know, that might work. I'm working on some body work. I've got a 20 gauge steel that I'm using for my body work, and it definitely gives me a tight 90 for that. That's how you can also turn it the other direction and use it like that. So if you got any suggestions or improvements, leave a comment, and like it if you want. Cheers.